deliberate or intentional community, I think, can happen on different levels. And so when you're intentional, I mean, part of that is just thinking about those immediate people within your, sometimes we walk by people that live in your brownstone or live next door who are working in their yard. And to really, I think there's always an opportunity for connection. And so I think if you approach how you move in a daily way with looking for those opportunities for connection and follow-up, I believe that that's the start, or that's the source of being more intentional within your community. I feel like also if there are groups of people who are coming together, and if they're not, maybe creating groups of people to come together to celebrate. People love sharing food, sharing space in the name of summer, in the name of, a book launch, in the name of all these things. So I think figuring out how to, like you said, I understand about the writing too, figuring out, maybe there's 2 or 3 other people in your block who are writing, and maybe it'd be nice twice a week or once a week or even once a month to come together and just be an accountability check for each other. So I think there's different ways. There's the personal level of really following up with those connections that you have, not being afraid to be the person to call, not being afraid to just say, hey, I always like some calls that are, are you in the area tomorrow at this time? It doesn't have to be this full. Sometimes in the city we get into scheduling, right? So the scheduling of the, what's on the calendar or what's not on the calendar. So sometimes those impromptu, in-person, as much in-person as possible that you can attempt, I think can really enrich the feeling of community, because even though social media, email, all of these things are helpful tools, the disconnection can, because of that, I think, trend, I think sometimes we can start to feel even more disconnected. So I think becoming intentional about the face-to-face, however you can get face-to-face connections with people, can really help to establish and root yourself in a community.